Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel, where today I'm going to be going over some of my records. Now I know I said it in a previous video that I was going to go over all my records, but it's been a while since then, and I've gotten so many records, it's insane. I've tried recording this video a lot, especially today because I keep having technical issues, but I have a lot of records. I have about 60-ish records. I will not be going over my 45s because I can just quickly glance over those without even needing to show you guys. I got I Feel Loved by the Dead Weather, a couple White Stripes albums from the Vault, and a Paul Anka album, and a Nowhere Man by the Beatles. Those are the 7 inches that I got, all from the record store in Colorado Springs. I've been to 2. That's 4. But I went to Independent Records in Colorado Springs. Amazing record store, such a good selection. And then just this last Thursday, that was in August, early August, I went to there. But just this last Thursday, I went to Independent Records in Pueblo. They have 2 stores, one in Springs, one in Pueblo. I'll tell you guys where I got each one. Go check out both of them. Go follow them both on Instagram. Such great selection and really good prices. So, first up, Any Day Now by Joan Baez. This is a very interesting Vanguard pressing. This is all of her covers of Bob Dylan songs. I think her and Bob Dylan dated for a little bit. But it's got like this very different label. Sorry, I'm not meaning to touch the songs. But all of the ones that I've found on Discogs have a brown label. But that one's got a very cool kind of oil painting look. But it sounds great. Such an amazing artist. I love her music. Next up is Fear of the Dawn by Jack White. This is his second newest album. His most recent is Entering Heaven Alive. But I have a couple issues with this one. I bought that one in Pueblo, and this one I bought in Springs, brand new. Issue, it is just so staticky. It's very pretty, yes, it is probably my prettiest record I own, but it's so staticky. I have an anti-static brush. I do all that stuff, but it just won't get rid of it. And it keeps picking up stuff with my needle. I don't know what it is. I've wet cleaned it, used alcohol, rubbing alcohol. That's how I clean all my records daily. But yeah, it has its issues. But it's a great. Sounds fine. It's just super staticky. So you hear a lot of pops and clicks throughout. And you can feel the static on it. I felt the static on it when I lifted my hand out of the. Anyways, next up, this was a wall record at the one in Pueblo. White Blood Cells by the White Stripes. This is my favorite White Stripes album. So many good songs on it. It's their album that they dedicated to Loretta Lynn. Rest in peace. I wanted to give Van a rose, but they didn't have it. They actually had her newest album, I believe. But it's great. It's not warped at all. No scratches. There's one scratch towards the end of side A, but you can't hear it, even on my brand new record table. It's from 2001, but it's a Sony PS LX250H. So good. It needs a new stylus, but we'll get there. The one that's on there is a little bit worn out, but it still sounds fine. It's got some distortion, and you can definitely hear it. Next up is D Steel by the White Stripes. Remember a video I recorded a while back. I actually had this album on the list. Look forward to a part 2 of that video soon. This is my second favorite, most favorite White Stripes album. It didn't have the cool little chandelier thing that was in there. And it is slightly warped, but it doesn't affect the sound quality in any way. Both sound just amazing. Pretty much anything by Third Man will sound amazing because it's Third Man. Anyways, next this is Gene Pitney by Gene Pitney. I bought this one in Springs. I forgot to mention that. So I bought this one in Springs. D Steel. The sleeve is in pretty bad condition, but the records themselves, it's a 2 LP version from the Columbia Record Club exclusive. But the records themselves are in just amazing condition, especially for their age. I think it's from 67. As the copyright date. Oh, 66. I was wondering. This one I saw on the counter, right next to the counter, the checkout counter at the one in Pueblo, and I was like, I still have a little bit of money to spend, and I can't really find anything else. 16 Biggest Hits by Johnny Cash. Hit myself in the face. I believe this is a Walmart exclusive. At least that's what Discogs tells me based off the serial number. But it's Columbia. Sounds great. A bunch of classics by Johnny Cash on there. Next up, I bought this one in Colorado Springs. Engelbert Humperdinck Release Me. It's a silly name, but great music. Pressing's in great condition. The sleeves a little a lot of ring wear, but you get that with old records. Next up, this one's kind of interesting. So, first off, you'll see, hey, it's Rubber Soul by the Beatles. But you also may notice, what the heck? So the words on here are brown, and it doesn't have that filter over the picture. It's by Capitol, not Apple. It's a 1978 reissue. And it's got the purple Capitol label. But the interesting thing about this one is that it's got a almost completely different song lineup. So it doesn't have Nowhere Man, it doesn't have What Goes On, and stuff like that. But it's very interesting, and it goes for around $25 to $30 on Discogs, and I got it for $20, I think, or $17, $18. I can't remember. But I still think that's pretty cool. I still want an original copy of Rubber Soul, but this is still pretty cool, and it just sounds amazing. Next up, I bought this one in Colorado Springs. It's a 1978 repress. No, it's not a repress. I think it's just a reissue. It's a 1968 press of Yesterday and Today by the Beatles. Not the butcher cover, it's just the bunker cover. Is that what it's called? I don't know. But it sounds great. It's got a little bit of groove damage just from it being played a lot. Sorry. But when you play it on that thing, it still sounds just amazing. Bunch of good stuff on here, like Drive My Car, Andrew Bird Can Sing, What Goes On, Nowhere Man. It's kind of like their greatest hits compilation of everything leading up to 1966. Now, last but not least, don't laugh at me, but please do, because even the cashier, I think, laughed at me as I was checking it out. But, the Weezer Blue Album, it's just a classic 90s rock album. I was a little bit hesitant at first because I'd actually heard that this 2016 pressing was just absolute trash. When I tell you it's probably my best sounding record I own, it's the best sounding record I own. It just sounds so clear and crisp. There's like very little pops and clicks just from it generally being a new record, and there's going to be a lot of static with a brand new record. Even when I use my anti-static brush, it's still there, kind of. Whatever. Anyways, it's super good. It sounds great. All these records I got this one in Pueblo too. But all the records I got from the record store, both record stores. I have a ton of other records that I could go over, but that would end up being like a 45 to an hour long minute video if I went over every single thing I have. But anyways, yeah, stepping up my game in the vinyl game, especially compared to last year and early this year. But get close to Halloween, all that fun stuff. But yeah, got a lot of records on my want list for Christmas. We'll see. Yeah, that's about it. Ooh. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys did like it, make sure you guys leave a like, because it really helps out the channel a lot. Also, make sure you guys subscribe and share with your friends to spread the word about my channel. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!